How many sports fans do you need to lose before you understand you're alienating more than half of your audience when you use sports to push progressive politics? Outspoken U.S. women's soccer team co-captain Megan Rapinoe is on top of the world for helping win the 2019 World Cup last week. Congratulations. But it's hard not to notice the pink-haired activist makes the NFL's Colin Kaepernick look like a Boy Scout. From kneeling during the national anthem before games to saying F you to President Trump, some of these social justice athletes just don't get it. Their insults and disrespect come off as anti-American, and many fans are tuning out. After the NFL and NBA ratings tanked, it's too bad Rapinoe didn't learn a lesson. The moment had so much potential to unify Americans, but ended up a disappointing celebration clouded by politics. Nice job, ladies. Too bad your leaders blew it. The Family Research Council's Tony Perkins put it this way: it was supposed to be a euphoric win, another chapter in American sports dominance. But the message from the captain of soccer's reigning champs was clear. Our country may be wearing the same colors, but that doesn't mean we're on the same team. Megan Rapinoe forgets that she wasn't playing for the Trump administration, but for the United States. Her team and the flag represents all Americans, not just the radical left. She made it very clear that she has disdain for the country, its president, and emphasized there were a lot of lesbians on the U.S. women's national team. Okay, we get it. That's women's sports today. But to say you'll never sing the national anthem again or put your hand over your heart is ridiculous and immature. Rapinoe recently had this to say on CNN. Take a look.
Would you go? Would your teammates go?
I would not go, and every teammate that I've talked to explicitly about it would not go.
Everyone that you've talked to?
Everyone that I've talked to, yeah. I don't think anyone on the team has any interest in lending the platform that we've worked so hard to build and the things that we fight for and the way that we live our life. I don't think that we want that to be co-opted or corrupted by this administration.
Enter liberal hypocrisy. Asked who she would meet with on Capitol Hill, she said, quote, anyone who believes in the same things we believe in. Yes to AOC, yes to Nancy Pelosi, yes to Chuck Schumer. Sure enough, the women's national soccer team have received invites from all three leading Democrats. I know, how inclusive, right? In another disappointing part of this story that's gone under the radar, though, there's speculation that one of the best players in the nation, Jaelene Hinkle, was snubbed from the team for being a Christian. According to the Washington Times, Hinkle chose not to wear an LGBTQ rainbow-themed women's soccer jersey in honor of Gay Pride Month. Well, you can guess what happened to Jaelene Hinkle. The very next game, fans waving rainbow flags booed her. That was the last time she played for the national team. World Cup women's team coach Jill Ellis, who is married to a woman, cut Hinkle from the roster and told reporters her decision was solely based on soccer. Well, many sports fans say Hinkle should have been on that World Cup winners podium last week with a medal around her neck. But she grew up in a Christian home, became a believer in Christ at age 12, and played soccer at a Christian high school in Colorado. 3 strikes against her right there. Hinkle received a scholarship from Texas Tech, and her professional team won the National Women's Soccer League Championship in 2018. Even many liberals admit Hinkle is one of the best in America at her position. Apparently, that doesn't matter anymore. What a glaring contrast in treatment, otherwise known as discrimination. One player glorified for her convictions, Rapinoe, while the other player is punished, Hinkle. Those who think this is okay should follow Megan Rapinoe's advice. Hate less, listen more. Just make sure to do what she says and not what she does. By the way, during the celebration, the women dropped the American flag like a hot potato to pose for a photo op. One U.S. veteran described their behavior as unpatriotic and narcissistic. Then, there's the ongoing campaign for equal pay for women's soccer. Well, nothing wrong with equal pay, but never mind, they don't sell nearly as many tickets, draw as many viewers, or sell a fraction of the merchandise as men's soccer. Shooting herself in the foot, though, Rapinoe alienated and excluded over half her market share by being belligerent about hating President Trump and dissing deplorables who voted for him. She's using her soccer platform to promote her own ideology rather than work to bridge political divides. By the way, did you notice how the sports world, the press, and the public generally responded to all this with a collective yawn? Megan Rapinoe has become a national hero and, like it or not, a role model, known not only for her play, but possibly more for her activism. Contrast this with words from a very different role model. In 2015, Jaelene Hinkle stated, quote, "Jesus didn't come to save those who already believed in him. He came so that the lost, rejected, and abandoned men and women would find him and believe. I believe with every fiber in my body that what was written 2,000 years ago in the Bible is undoubtedly true. It's not a fictional book. It's not a pick and choose what you want to believe. This world may change, but Christ and his word never will." How's that for perspective? Now, we need to encourage Christian athletes like Jaelene Hinkle, who are taking the heat these days in practically every sport. That is, if they dare speak about their faith. Winning on the world stage is a big accomplishment, and the Women's World Cup could have been a victory for all Americans to enjoy, but all it did was drive the divisive wedge of identity politics even deeper. I'm David Fiorazo. God bless you, and keep speaking the truth about things that matter.